Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda. Today I'm going to share with you guys my December daily. It's the finished full flip through for December 2021. So as you can see, I used this dark green album this year, and I also used a 6x8 size album. In the past I have used different sizes. Last year I used the Life Crafted album, which I ended up needing 2 of those. The year before I did a homemade album. One year I did it in a traveler's notebook. So I've changed up how I do this project for different times, but I'm actually really liking this size. I really like the Life Crafted size too, but I'll go through that a little bit as I go through it, but I think this size just made it a little bit simpler. You didn't have to think as much because you had the more traditional pocket sizes. So on the inside I just did 2021 in these gold gold numbers, and you will see these numbers throughout the album. They're my numbers I use to label my days. I shouldn't say days. So I don't do my album as December daily, like I don't do a story a day. Instead I do my album as stories. So it'll be the number of the story I'm telling. So it might not be on like the date it happened, but I usually try to put the dates somewhere for the ones that I feel like they need the date. But yeah, so you'll see, I'll just show you this first. I have this little like transparency, and I just have that "It's the most wonderful time of the year," some little puffy stickers, and then I tried to stamp on it. It didn't turn out the best, but it's okay. So anyway, for that calendar page, I see I have Christmas stories, not calendar days. So I stamped something that represented the story I was telling for that day. I did this last year and it worked really well for me because like some days you don't do anything Christmassy, and then other days you have multiple things. So it worked. But this year I didn't quite make it to 31. I tried to do 31 stories for the 31 days, but whatever. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So another thing I did different was my like intentions page. Usually you type that in the beginning. I actually typed this at the end of making this, which was okay. In a way, it let me like tell my differences of doing this project and what I liked about it different from last year, so that was kind of neat. Hopefully this isn't glaring too much. I'm still working with these big lights. I'm still trying to learn how to work with them. Maybe I need to zoom in a little bit so you can see the pages a little better. But yeah, so story number 1 was a real simple, just helping my mother-in-law put up her tree. My little guy was helping decorate. Story 2 was our house. We were doing our own tree for number 2. So there was him helping us decorate, and there was the final tree. And yes, we have to keep our tree in the basement because we have a psycho cat who destroys Christmas trees. So number 3 is my story about ornaments. These are like my current favorites. I do. Since my little guy's been born, we try to get him a ornament every year. And this year we got him a train. He kind of picked it out because he loves trains. He's obsessed with trains right now. Actually for the last like year and maybe a little over a year. But yeah. For number 4, I used a photo of him by the tree, and then I did our letters to Santa. He's not quite old enough to write a letter yet, so I just kind of wrote what he told me he wanted. So it's kind of like a little wish list. And then this was the tag. He drew me a little doodle and I put his photo there, another photo. So there's that. Number 5 was the advent calendar his grandparents made him. This was his first ever advent calendar and he really enjoyed it. Like every day when Daddy got home from work, he'd say, "Can I open my stocking now?" Like that was kind of we always waited so Dad could be involved, so he always would ask like, "Let's open my stocking." He loved it. So that was his little advent calendar. Number 6 was about wrapping presents. I had my husband take a couple photos of me while I was wrapping. And I did this, Dear Santa, next year can you wrap these yourself? Was basically the moral of that story. I don't like wrapping gifts. I don't know what it is, but I am not a gift wrapper. So yeah, I'm also not that good at it. You think scrapbooking, paper crafts, I'd be good at wrapping gifts, but I'm really not. So anyway, number 7 was just a quick story about some Christmas carolers that showed up at my Grams when we were down there one day, and she wanted Martin to hear them, so we went out and listened. Number 8 was him painting some ornaments for our tree. He had just got these little kind of, it was like a little craft kit, little clay ornaments, so he really liked painting them. He also did it completely left-handed, so I don't know. I've been thinking off and on for, well, since he's been able to hold a crayon, really, that he might be a lefty, so we'll see. Number 9 was our visit to Santa. At first he was a little hesitant, but he warmed up and I got a really cute smile. Like, you never would have known from this picture that he was kind of afraid, but he gave me the cute picture. He even brought his Rudolph in with him. Number 10 was about going to a local state park and doing the light walk. They do it every year. They light up the, like, one of the paths in the park and have different Christmas things. So we took our little guy and he went with a couple friends. They came along, well, met us there. Number 11 was building a gingerbread house. We tried this again this year. I think next year I'm going to make my husband do the, like, icing part because I'm terrible at it. Like, it always looks like Martin did it. Like, he decorated it, but the icing part looks like he did that too. And I did it. Anyway, number 12 was Christmas movies. So I printed out the movie covers or whatever, and then just did like little journaling about which ones my son liked and which ones he didn't like as much. So like you can see as I'm going through here, I kept this really simple. I didn't do any foundation pages this year, mainly just because I did not have the time. I've been so behind. But I like it. It turned out really good, and it was really fun. Like, when I'd get some inspiration and I had a minute, I'd sit down and do a page. So I'm really liking it. 13 was Christmas jammies, so we have different Christmas jammies he had this year. Number 14 was having Christmas with my mom and my sister. They came up and we had our little Christmas thing there. Number 15 was making Christmas cookies. We did this last year and he loved it, and he loved it again this year. So there was his sprinkled sand tarts. He was so happy about it. I wish the pictures would have turned out better, but the lighting was like, ugh. But anyway. 16 was our Grinch day. This was so much fun. We all had like matching Grinch jammies. Like, I had the pants and they had... So we did a Grinch day and then we watched the Grinch movie. And I was surprised he actually liked it. I thought he'd be afraid of it, but he did actually like it. So there's the story over there. And I made this collage on Photoshop. I taught myself, well, I watched some videos and learned how to make a, like, collage there. So that was kind of cool. 17 is a letter from Santa. So I just have the letter in there that somebody in our family wrote him for Christmas. Number 18 was about going down to my Grams for Christmas. It was Christmas Eve, so we did our Christmas dinner with her. 19 was about leaving out cookies for Santa, and the next morning he was so excited because we like left some crumbs on the plate, and he said, "Look, Mommy," he said, "Santa left crumbs." It was cute, so he loved that. Then I have Christmas morning here just in a pocket and a bunch of photos. I'm not going to pull them all out because they get kind of stuck because there's photos on both sides. But then 21 was Christmas Day, like Christmas afternoon at my in-laws' house. We always go every year since me and Zach have been together, really. We go over there for like Christmas afternoon. So there was a story about that. And then 22 was Christmas with Zach's family. We always go over there and do something with like their cousins and everything. So this year the kids had matching shirts and ears, like reindeer ears. That was really cute. So got some of those photos. And then the last story was the 23rd, which was actually on New Year's Eve. But we did our little Christmas exchange with our friends at our New Year's Eve party. So that was that story there, and the back is part of that as well. So yeah, that is my album, my 23 stories for December, and I'm actually kind of glad it was 23 and not 31 because it's pretty full and I'm not sure 31 stories would have fit in there, but I like it's all in one album. So yeah, I might be tempted to do this size again next year, I'm not sure. But yeah, hope you guys liked it. Sorry it's a little bit late, but like I said, I'm extremely behind, so it's amazing I even got this project done somewhat on time. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!